I need help to go see Dr. Rosa in New York because I see all these neurosurgeons and they say like I'm fine, and it's like a, uh, uh, God, oh my God, it's like right around C1, like C2, I can hear and feel grinding, and it's not so bad. Looking up and looking down is sounds rough, and it's very painful every day. Every second of every day is worse than death. Not every second. Every day is worse than death. And I need help, and Dr. Rose is the only person that can help. He's the only person that can capture the ligament damage I have. Like, neurosurgeons don't believe I have it because they can't see on MRI. And insurance agencies, like, I talk with Dr. Virojanapa, and he's like, uh, I talked with Dr. Virojanapa, and he said, even, if he did want to do it, he can't get insurance to pay for it because they have to see something on an MRI, and they can't see it. So basically, I'm stuck, and I'm not going to be working, and I'm going to be like this until I get surgery. So I need help, and it's expensive. I think it's around $7,000 to go see Dr. Rosa. I mean, I'm sure. I just asked him, so you know, plus or minus a few $100s. So I mean, I can't work. I can't drive a car. I can't use can't drive. Can't use a computer. It hurts my neck too much. Even like with like proper like head rest and everything. Like I can use a computer for like a little bit, like half an hour or something, and talking hurts. I guess you use your neck some when you talk. I never knew. But it hurts like in the back up in here when I talk for a little while. So it's like, and if I had a job where I don't have to look at anything, I just talk to people. It's like I really want to just find my own job because like trying to get money from like everyone's budget's so tight these days. Um, Plus like my family doesn't really give a shit. so I pretty much if I don't get the money myself, I'm gonna die. So, but I'm asking for help if anyone can. I'm gonna go see Dr. Rosa and get those images, and I can take them to a neurosurgeon and say, look, like here is the damage. Because even if I go see Dr. Henderson or Dr. Patel, and I've seen Dr. Bolognese and Dr. Virojanapa, they're gonna look at my imaging. And Dr. Henderson, it works outside the insurance model, and he's gonna look and say, I don't see a problem. So, like, they have to see something. And everyone just says, oh, they're magical and their MRIs will find stuff. Like, no, they won't. They're going to order your standard upright MRI if you're lucky, and it's not going to say anything because they have no idea how to do an MRI. None of them do. Name a neurosurgeon, they have no idea how to do an MRI for cervical ligaments. All the top ones have no clue. None. They have absolutely no clue. I didn't want to believe it. I went to them. They have no idea. I've looked at MRIs of people that went to Dr. Henderson and Dr. Patel, and they're just a standard MRI. Like Dr. Rosa does, instead of 3mm slices, he does like 1mm. They take 3 times as long. I guess that makes sense if they're 3 times as both the slices are or 1/3 is thin, and so that means like because if a ligament is like 3mm in diameter, and you're taking 3mm slices, there's a very good chance you're skipping over it and not spending enough time on it. Like you'll get like about a minute of imaging on the very outside edge, or 2mm away from the outside edge of a damaged ligament that's been damaged for a year, so it's not even going to show up that well already, and then you're not going to see anything. You're just going to see something that looks exactly the same as a regular ligament. And I've had many uh, neurosurgeons talk to me about this. I've talked to them, I've confronted them about this, and they say, like, this is how things look on your standard MRI. And I've talked with, like, Dr. Centeno at Regenix, and he says, like, he's studied MRIs, and says, like, this is how it looks on your standard MRI. And if someone has severe damage, you just can't see it. You can't. It's so. So Dr. Rose is the only one I know that can actually do a cervical MRI that is worth anything, and my life depends on it because this is hell every single day. I mean, every single day of my life, I talk myself out of suicide. Every single day, and I don't know how much longer I can do that. I'm not trying to pressure anybody. It's just like that's that's what I'm dealing with. Like, I'd rather be serving a life sentence in prison and be healthy. That'd be much better than this. I'd rather be fighting in the Ukraine war. That'd be much better than this. Like, this is horrible. And yeah. So I need help.